Hey guys, hope you can all hear me here. Just kind of logged in here. I'm going to make sure that everything's up and working. And then we'll give it a couple minutes just for everybody to get in. And then we'll get started on this. If you do happen to miss the actual Hangout here, this is recorded. Of course, you don't know that if you're missing it, but we'll make sure and have a recording up so everybody can see it. Main thing we'll be doing is we're going to go over Empire Avenue and provide you with some tips and strategies, and to really identify what it is that we're trying to accomplish. So I'm going to even set up an account while we're actually here on this Hangout and walk you through kind of step by step how to do it. But then I'm also going to show you how to use an established account to not only continue to build your wealth in the game, but to help give yourself some strong social signals going forward. What we're doing is we're going to go over, and that will help you. I guess I should say Google has never come out and say that social signals are going to help you and they're in their algorithm, but most of us know through the SEO work that we've done, it helps. Can't tell you why, can't tell you exactly what it is, if it's plus ones or if it's a combination of plus ones, favorites on your video, likes on Facebook. It can be a combination of things, and it is a combination of things. And you can go and do some research on your own videos or your websites and see what is your competition doing, what kind of social signals do they have, and maybe kind of what you need to have added to it. So I think I have this here. The first thing I'm going to do, if you look in the description, you should see some different links in there. None of these are required. They're here to help you out. So, for example, you'll see some of the tools that I use. The ones that I use that I pay for, yeah, you're going to see an affiliate link there. If you don't want to do it, don't worry about it. No big deal. But the main ones we're going to be talking about that you're going to use is going to be Empire Avenue with the regular software in the game, and then also Avenue IO, which there is a free version and there's a subscription-based version. The main difference between the subscription-based version is you can do bulk buying. So rather than buying one person at a time, you can actually buy hundreds. So it really depends on how much time you want to spend on it. So we're going to get started here a little bit, and I'm sure you're going to have questions on it. I'll occasionally look and see if we have some questions, but hopefully you'll get the gist of it here and be able to go back and look at the video again and say, oh, okay, this is what I can do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create an account here. And I'm going to use an email address that I have somewhat set up already. So we're going to put Carol in here. Now, this is one tip you're probably saying, well, why am I using a woman's name? There are two different strategies for Empire Avenue. Some people actually engage with it and build a following and network, and that's great. There are going to be others who are going to use this strictly for building social signals and engagement from people with high influence. And when I say high influence, there's about 95,000 people who are on Empire Avenue, and a lot of those people are heavy social engagers and influencers. You'll find a lot of people who have Twitter accounts with 100,000 followers, and these are real people. These aren't fake accounts with no followers and automated. Now, I am going to show you how to automate some of the process, but my personal Empire Avenue account does have my personal social media platforms connected to it, but that's going to be entirely up to you and what your goals are. So I'm going to create this account. Okay, how do you want to use Empire Avenue? And you know, this can put whatever you want in here. What I'm going to put is to expand my social network and improve visibility. I did have a question earlier today, and it was somebody asking about, you know, is this good for just internet marketing products, or you know, can I put my organization in here? Yeah, it really is whatever you want to do with it. Now, because there are so many social media people on here who manage for businesses or you know their own personal accounts where they're trying to sell affiliate products or whatever, this is a great place to sell internet marketing products. And I can't give you an exact number, but out of the $1,800 and that I have made on internet marketing in the last 8 days, I can tell you that a large majority of it is because of Empire Avenue. And I don't expect that to happen because we all know this last week was pretty huge for about 2 or 3 products actually. Video Maker FX and Easy Sketch Pro were our 2 really hot products right now. So that's not going to happen all the time, but you know, I worked my butt off to do it and got rewarded for it. Okay, so they're going to go through a tutorial here, but we're going to skip that for now. Okay, it says activate email address. We can probably do that later. Right now, what we're going to do is, first thing, you're going to start out with 100,000 EVEs. Now, here is going to be a suggestion. You don't have to do it because you can build up your account either way. But a couple of people I helped this week got into what they call the Empire Avenue leaders. So if you click on shop, you're going to see the leaders program in here most likely. I'm going to have to activate this email. Let me see if I can, well, all right. I'm going to end up probably deleting this account, but because you're going to see some passwords. I guess I didn't copy. We'll try one more time here. I'm having bad luck copying, but and I did have a question about Hangout Traffic Commando, and we're not going to really go through Hangout Traffic Commando on this. I'll set up some time to go through it with everybody else, even maybe after this tonight. And that doesn't look like it's even come through yet, so we're going to have to wait on that, but we can still go through and do some things. Okay, so let's get back into Empire Avenue. So okay, I have 150,000. Looks like I think probably I'm not sure why that went from 100 to 150. I've never seen that happen. So when you click on your name up here, you have a lot of different options. You have profile, portfolio, shareholders, followers, evaluate networks, achievements, all these different things. What we're going to do is we want to add accounts in here. So you're going to connect your accounts, and like I said, it can be either your personal or fake accounts, whatever you want to do. But so I'm going to connect a couple accounts. Looks like a lot of these are going to be the same for me. So okay, good. Well, maybe not. This is basically an IFTTT that I had set up earlier this week, so hopefully they set it up correctly. There we go. Okay, so Twitter account's connected. You go through and you connect every one of these, your Facebook account, YouTube, LinkedIn, you know, any of them you want to connect, Google Plus, even a Facebook fan page if you want. You can connect your blog, so like a WordPress or anything. And you get, the reason you connect all these is the more you engage in social media, the more, well, a few things. The more points you're going to get for, or more credits you're going to get. In-game, they call them EVEs. In-game credits are EVEs. So you get dividends from the stocks you invest in. And if you engage more on social media, your price, your share is going to go up. Your dividends are going to go up. And, of course, you want people to buy you. And if you have low dividends, if you're not engaging in social media, they don't want to buy you. So your stock price goes down. It kind of defeats the purpose. You're going to have a hard time if you don't connect some things. Now, I set up just the Facebook or the Twitter right there right now. So one of the things that I like to do right away is I want to start building some content on here. So I'm going to go into IFTTT, which I put a link down there. And most of you, or some of you, have been on this before. And I'm going to set up a recipe. So these are all recipes to basically say if these are set up with Blogger as an example, if Blogger, then Twitter. You know, if Blogger, then Facebook. Well, real quick, I'm going to set up one. Create a recipe. If this, then that. So we're going to go if RSS feed. And now here's an actual suggestion for you. So it says new feed item. You're going to want to find some RSS feeds that fit your niche, okay? Don't make it just anything and everything. For if you're in promoting a lot of internet marketing products, maybe you use the digital marketing RSS feed from Ad Age or something like that. For this, I'm going to go through, and one of my favorite ones to use is Mashable. And I don't know how many of you have used Mashable or not, or been on Mashable, but I absolutely love it. And so there's a Mashable RSS feed right there. I'm going to take that, I'm going to toss it into IFTTT. I'm going to create a trigger. What did I do? Okay, maybe I need to go to the actual site then. Been a while since I've done this, so bear with me just a second. Should be. I'm not sure why that's just not pulling it right there. Okay, let me go back and try it a different way. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to log into my personal one and pull it from there most likely. Well, and then you guys are going to see my password. I can't do that. I'll go back here at the end and we'll try to get that added in there so you can see it. But that's basically what you want to do is add a couple RSS feeds from what it is. And it's really simple. Once you have it in there, I'm just going to try it like this and see what happens, if it pulls it or not. Okay, good enough for now. And then that, so then I'm going to go, and since I want to set it up to that Twitter account that I just added in there. I would go in here, find Twitter. Now here you're going to have a few options. So what do you want it to do when there's a new article? I want it to post a tweet. Now I do post a tweet with an image, so it takes the image from whatever's on Mashable, and I'll show you an example here in a second. And what do you want it to do? You want the entry title, there's the image URL. That's usually good enough for the most part, because most times on Mashable, as you will see, they put a pretty detailed title. It's not, you know exactly what it is. Facebook tweaks newsfeed algorithm to combat spammy posts, or a new app turns your Instagrams into nail art, and then it would have this image with it. So that's really easy to set up. I think that's good enough right there. So I'm going to go ahead and say create the action. So if a new feed from Mashable, then post a tweet with image to my Twitter account. Recipes created. And you can see right here, created less than a minute ago. It hasn't been triggered. Let me see if I can force the trigger here. And we'll check back with it and see if we can get a couple. Okay, so back to the Empire Avenue part of it. You've connected all your accounts now, so you go through and do that. The more you connect, the more people buy. And when we get into our buying strategies, that's why you're going to see and you're going to go, oh, I'm going to buy this person. They have 8 connected accounts, so you know they engage in social media more, so their stock price is likely to go up and their dividends are likely to go up. Now, your whole goal in this is to increase your daily dividends so much that you can have missions done for you and really not have to do anything else. If that is your whole goal for Social Signals. If you want to connect and network, that's great too. I've made some wonderful friends through here. I've got some great advice from people in SEO, through different social platforms. Some guys on here that I met through Google Plus who've really helped me out a ton. So definitely a good thing. Once we do that, we're going to get into the point of saying you're set up, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to invest in people, right? Well, I don't necessarily invest in people from Empire Avenue. I prefer to do it actually in Avenue IO. And what Avenue IO is, it will be a tool that works with Empire Avenue, and I'm going to go add that new account in here. So you go to avenue.io, and it's going to forward you over to app.avenue, and then you add your account. But I have a premium account, and so I'm going to add in a third profile. Yeah, you saw Tony's right there also. I'm managing Tony's right now for him, and we can talk about management here a little bit later again. Okay, so I just added Carol in there, and her share price is $10 or 10 EVs. Now, when you start this out, you're a newbie, and I'm not calling you names, but that's just what they call you in Empire Avenue, which means for the first 5 days that you're on Empire Avenue, it's either 5 or 7, people can only buy 200 shares in you maximum. That day that you are no longer a newbie, people can max out in you on whatever their level is at the moment. Tony and I are currently Empire Avenue leaders, and that's a package we'll discuss here in a little bit. You can do it if you want. The reason I did it and the reason I told Tony to do it is because it doubles your daily dividends that you get in every single person that is also an Empire Avenue leader. And I think there's, maybe 1,200, 1,500 of them right now. But they all have really high dividends. So Carol here is at 10. And I guess I should go back to one thing, because I told you guys if you put a picture of a hot woman in here, and I'm not saying this to be mean or anything, but you stand a better chance of getting people to invest in you. And it's been a while since I've added a picture, so let's see if I can get a picture in here real quick. You can add a link in here, so you might want to do that. And so here's what we're going to say Carol looks like. Congratulations, meet Carol. Okay. Like I said, you can go in here and put, if you're a business or project, anything you want. That's up to you. It's currently set as a personal account, but you can always move it to business. Add your website in here, any of your other information. So I'm going to submit that, and now we see Carol. Now I guarantee you, I'm going to go in here. Now there's fresh face, that means newbie. The little badge right here, that's the leader badge I talked about. So I can go and this account is for somebody who is watching this right now. So I will be going in and buying the leader for them so that they can get double the dividends, and then I will actually manage for them. Oh, okay, the reason that my net wealth is going up here right now is just because when you do different things within Empire Avenue, you're getting achievements, and those achievements will give you more things, like tweeting away to Margaritaville. My guess is that means that I added my Twitter account. You can click on them all and find out. But because of that, that will increase the Twitter score to 1. When I get 100 followers or something like that, my Twitter score is probably going to increase to 2. If I do 10 tweets, it'll probably increase to 3. And so the more things you do and the more you are engaged, the higher these scores are going to be. So Avenue IO, we're going to start it from Carol's here, who has invested in nobody. If I can click the right button. Okay. So one of the first things you'll do when you get in here each day and in Avenue IO is you'll click and upload your portfolio again. So that way anybody that you've sold or bought in the last day, it'll keep track of all that information. Now, the stock finder is what I use most of the time. Main reason I even have this tool. Because I'm going to go in here, and as a new person, I want to invest in people that are going to turn a profit for me real quick, and then I can sell them so I can buy more people. Your long-term goal is to buy people with high dividends. As you can see, Stephen Crone right here has a 4.10 average dividend a share. So if I bought 100 shares of Stephen Crone, then I can expect that I'm going to get 400 dividends every day into my bank. And like the dividends are what we're going to use to do missions later. Now, here's the bad news about buying 100 shares of Stephen Crone. His share price is 843. So you buy 100 shares, you're going to spend 85 grand. That is about a third, a little less than a third of what you currently have. So you can't do that very well. That doesn't mean we're not going to buy Stephen Crone. We're just not going to buy him when we start out. And we'll go into that strategy on why here in a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on New Today after clicking on Stock Finder. This is going to pull in everybody who has joined Empire Avenue today. Because they joined Empire Avenue today, their stock prices are likely, and you can go in here, and it's default to average dividends per share, but I'm changing this to share price, and then searching again. Because these people have joined today, their stock price is low, and it's likely to go up. Now, who do I want to invest in, you're going to ask? These people are going to go up because they're new. Everybody buys new people because they know their share price is going to go up quick. They aren't going to provide you anything in dividends, but if you can double your money in a day on an individual, you're going to do it. So this person, they started out at 10 today. They're at 22 already. They have 8 accounts, so I'm going to buy that person. Now, if you just want to buy them individually, you just click their name, and you're going to go up here and type 200 in the shares. Buy. There we go. I own 200 shares in her now. If you do it on Empire Avenue, you can comment, and that's an action. Like I said, the more actions in social media, Empire Avenue is considered the same thing. You do an action, it'll help you out. But I'm going to show you quick ways to get around that, especially if you're using the Avenue IO tool, which you can bulk buy. So I'm going to do a bulk buy here now. If they have 5 accounts connected, I'm going to go ahead and buy them. So I'm going to look through here, and buy anybody that has at least 5 accounts. I make a habit of, if you don't have a picture, I don't buy you at all. Reason being is people without pictures, like this guy right down here, Magi or whatever his name is, he's not going to go up very high. And as much as you may want to network with people and everything like that on here, that's great. If you aren't increasing your share price and all that, then you may as well not do it. I mean, you're not doing this to lose money, or you want to be able to engage and run missions. So then I'm going to click on Transaction Agent after I clicked on those people. And remember, the max I can buy in them, because they're new people, is 200. So I'm going to complete that transaction, close it. Now the next thing I want to do, I'm going to click on the stock finder again, have this refresh, is I want to see the top 100 people, all stocks. Now you can change this to your portfolio, stocks you don't own, or just all stocks. I'm just going to change the stocks I don't own now, because that's what you're going to do most of the time. And I'm going to change this to share price plus or minus, and the highest to lowest. So here's your biggest movers of the day. I could buy him. This guy has actually doubled his price today, but he only has 2 networks combined, and I'm not interested in that personally. I want somebody who has more than 2 networks. The person right below him, though, I will definitely buy. Has 8 networks connected. He's an Empire Avenue leader, so you're going to get double the dividends in this guy right here. This is a must-buy, especially because he's new and bought in to the leadership program. So his current share price is 53. I would guess tomorrow he will probably be at 80, 85. He'll be 100 in the next 2 days, I promise you. So I'm definitely going to buy him. This lady right here, you could buy if you want to. She's been going up steadily, but you could max out on her. This means, I believe, in the beginning you can buy 200. If you're in the Empire Avenue Leader Program, you can buy anybody that's not a newbie. I believe it's 2,600 shares. So that's an extra benefit for buying into that program, is you don't have to go through and buy what they call more shares of the pie. You start out at 200, you can buy somebody, then you go and you spend some of your EVE so you can buy 300 in everybody, and then 400 like that. Well, they automatically move you to being able to purchase 2,600 in somebody. And so that's extremely nice. That leader program is $100, just to let you know if you end up deciding to do it. This person here, this person's a newbie, and I'm going to buy them. I'm not going to buy 200 shares because that's going to get pretty expensive. That's going to be pretty much all the money. But one of the reasons I am going to buy them is because since they are a newbie, my guess is tomorrow, looking at their account the way it is, because their accounts have finally gotten put in there and figured out what their scores are. And you may be like, how does this person have a 35 in Twitter already? Well, he connected his real Twitter account, or Daniela, she did. And so her real Twitter account probably had, a couple thousand followers, and so that increased her score right there from maybe 1 to 10 immediately. And then it'll take how many tweets she's done in the lifetime of the account, and she'll get scores for that. But she is going to go up probably 20 to 30 EVEs, so she'll probably be at 120, 125 tomorrow. So I'm definitely going to buy her. But since I'm not going to bulk buy with her because I'm not going to buy 200 shares, I just want to get in the beginning with her. So let's just go to 50. Well, actually, I guess that's 20,000. We can do that. And as you can see up here in the corner, I have 181,000 left to spend. So we will go ahead and buy 200 in her. But I'm going to check her off since we already did buy her. This guy here, he's actually got pretty decent dividends, 0.69. His share price is 127. He's gone up almost 9 today. So let's buy him also. And this is just the top 10, but you can go in and pull top 200 or whatever. And once you get them checked, you're going to go in here, complete the transaction. There you go. Those are done. Now, here's a little further advance in what you're going to do once you get past your newbie point. And I don't want you to do this yet, and there's a reason being. There's 50. I'm going to take the top 50 stocks I don't own, average share or average dividends per share. So these are the people that are going to provide you the most dividends daily. Now, I do want you to invest in these people. I just don't want you to do it right away unless you buy the leadership package. The reason being is these people will invest in you. And you want them to be able to max out in you. Right now, because you're a newbie, they can only buy 200 shares in you. Most of these people can buy 2,800 shares in you. So you want them to do it when they actually can. You don't want them to buy you now when they can only buy 200, buy in 5 days, or if your newbie status wears off, when they can buy 2,800. Now, what you're going to do, though, when that happens, you're going to go click on all of them, and you're going to go in here, and you may even just buy 1 share or 2 shares in each of them. And then you're going to complete transaction. So that would be basically, how many did I click? 50? So that would be 50 actions immediately right there on Empire Avenue. That's going to score a couple points right away. So that's kind of the, you can sell through here. You can really kind of do whatever you want. I manage everything through it. If you want me to go into mine real quick, I can do that. Let's go. Okay. All right, here we go. So we're going to go into my ticker. And my current share price is 292 EVEs. I have 3,900,000 in the bank. I've invested in 973 people. I have 1,505 that invested in me. 162 people listed. I guess to be nice and play within the game, if somebody invests in you, yeah, you should invest in them back. I probably don't do as much of it lately because right now I don't spend as much time on Empire Avenue that I did in the beginning. So I'm going to go in, Stock Finder. I'm maxed out in a lot of people, but I'm going to go in and say, find me the top 50 in my portfolio with the highest dividends per share. And this should load up here. Okay, so there's the top 50. And my max in people in the leadership program is 2,600. So, like you can see, I own all the shares of Steve that I possibly can. I have 2,192,000 invested in him. But Steve also provides me roughly, if you took the 4 per share, you'd be over 10,000 right there. But because Steve is also in the leadership program, Steve's actually providing me 20,000 dividends every day by the amount I have invested in him. So I'm going to click all of them here, and I'm going to go to the transaction agent, and I'm going to click 1, and I'm going to buy all these people. Now, if I already maxed out in them, it's just going to tell me unable to buy 0 shares. Try reloading the portfolio. So that should be done that quickly. And I can go back and do it again if I want and get another, 40-some actions. So that's that part of purchasing. Now let's go back into Empire Avenue. And I'm going to show you how you see some of your details. So if I click on Portfolio, I'm going to see right here everybody that I've invested in. And they'll show the fresh face. That'll go off each day. Now, when you come into this each day, what you want to do is you're going to say, I want to see the price change difference for everybody in there. Now, let's say Peter's or Porter here is no longer a fresh face, I can buy as many as I want in him, then that fresh face will go off there, and I can see, oh wow, he's increased in price, I can buy more in him now, and I can go in and buy it right there. Now I also do it for the other reason. I'll click on the down arrow or the up arrow there, and it's going to sort it the other way by lowest increase to highest. So if there's people that are going down, I'm going to see them right here. And I'll go into my personal account in a few minutes so you can see some of that, and we'll actually do some. So those are all connected. I've still got 124,000 left. I would suggest investing your EVEs. If you have them, invest them, because all they're doing is sitting there, and if they're sitting in a bank, they're not bringing you into any dividends. On my personal account, because it is up so high, I keep about 1 million EVEs in there at all times to invest each day. So I'm going to show you some missions here. And these are the basics. You can do a lot more, but these are just the basics. So to start off with, I don't want you to run any missions at all. I want you to do missions, but I don't want you to create them. Save that money for a little while, because we want to get it built up so that you're getting enough dividends coming in each day to pay for your missions, and you don't have to sit here with zero money and going, oh, I can only do one mission this week because I'm out of money. We want those high dividends. My current dividends are almost 1.7 million, around that range each day. So that, as far as social signals, could get me, depending on how much I offer people, 50 to 100 social signals today. I can have them like something. I can have them watch a YouTube video. I can have them favorite a YouTube video, which a lot of people, you don't get too many favorites. So if you want to go in here and say, and create a mission later on, not now, but later on, hey, please visit my YouTube video on such and such, and oh, by the way, if you wanted to favorite it, it'd be much appreciated. You'll get people that will favorite it for you, and that's tremendous value. So here's the actual missions. All you have to do is click on missions here. This is going to show the current ones. Some of them, like the interest, they'll put an interest and a network in here. The reason people put the network in here is they do what they call scaled missions. So this one, the stronger you are, or the better score you have on your Facebook Empire Avenue account, the more you're going to get for doing that mission. So this isn't connected to, it's probably going to go straight to my Facebook account, but I'm going to do it anyways and just post here. I've posted many of his things before, but you're going to click on View Details. Daryl knows from experience here. I'll probably only have to say this once. He's going to go, oh, God, you brought this up. But don't click on the mission URL. Click on Complete, because if you click on the mission URL, it's going to take you and you're going to do the mission, but you're not going to get credit and get the EVEs. Okay, so it's not going to let me do a mission until... let's see if that's come through yet. Try to verify this if it's there. Maybe it's in junk or something. Well, I'm not sure why that's not pulling up, but I'll go through and verify it here later. So what would have just happened there is that would have taken me to Facebook as soon as I did complete the mission, and I would have got credits here. See if it gave it to me. It might have. And you can see my bank up here. It says 127K. Nope. Okay, I didn't get it. But it would have added that 25,000 into my account, and so then I would have had 152,000 to spend. My suggestion is, if you decide to run some missions on your own, when you do, I would only do it with EVEs that you get for for completing missions. Don't go spending your EVEs on missions if you don't have them. Invest them. I'm going to go now into my personal account, I could go back and do some more setup if I wanted to Carol's account here, as you can see. Now, I do want to show you one more thing on Carol's account. If you click on your name and then profile, this is going to give you some details each day. So currently, a few people have invested in Carol, and so she's gone up 0.59. She doesn't have any dividends to supply yet. She's got 2 shareholders. You're going to have a net wealth. And then here's my latest achievements. So I bought somebody, investor reborn. So the Empire Avenue score is probably going to go up to 2 right away, right here. So that'll be nice. As soon as I have more accounts, more people will start investing in them. So let me log. Oh, I want to tell you about when people do invest in you. If somebody invests in me right now, I'm going to get a percentage of the eves that they invest in me. So when I was telling you, do you want somebody to invest 200 in you right now who's a high-profile person with lots of influence and been on this game for a long time? You want it, but I'd rather have the 2,600 when my share price is 100 per share and to get a percentage of that than when it's 10 and they only buy 200. They could always come back and buy more later, but they're invested in 5,000 profiles. So how likely are they going to come back to check on you? Probably not. You can always see your alerts up here and notifications. So Warp Minds bought 200 shares in me, and Dean Soto bought 200 shares. And you can also see people comment. If they comment, I mean, it's basically like Facebook notifications, and basically. Okay, so I'm going to log out of here, out of Carol's, and show you from mine. Oh, you can connect with Facebook, Twitter, or you can actually add your information in there. Okay, so I have 3.9 million basically in my bank. V's is another thing. We'll get into that at another point. If you ever want to know what V's are, you may learn on your own. You can earn V's by doing missions. Some people will give you V's for missions, but it's not something Empire Avenue gives you. They had to buy them, actually. And I have 435, and when I get to 500, I can turn it in for like a $5 Starbucks gift card, as an example. So I'm going to go into my portfolio. We're going to act like this is the first time I've been in here today. And I'm going to look at my price changes. So this is going to be highest to lowest. As you can see, my highest big mover of the day is 9. She moved up 9 eves. And I'm going to look through here real quick. Most of them are fresh faces, so I can't buy any more in them if I want. This guy I could. Let's take a look at him. I own 1,000 in him already. His share price is 213. So I'm going to see. I want him to have some decent. He's got decent dividends. Anything above 1, I consider pretty good. So I'm actually going to go in, as for example, and this is where I buy in Empire Avenue and not Avenue IO. I'm just going to drag the slider bar. I can buy 1,600 more in him. It's going to cost me $392,000, and so I've bought those shares in them. And order is complete. I can comment here if I want. And in the beginning, if you're doing this manually, I would say, yeah, go ahead and comment. Hello, Rick. Back for 1,600 more. And that's going to post it on his profile. There's another action done in Empire Avenue. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to see, okay, who's going down right now in my portfolio. First person, Rich Simmons. Let's take a look at. You can click on his picture and you can see he's kind of trending down here. I'm not liking that. He was up above 290 here a couple weeks ago, and he's down to 275. He's dropped 15, so he keeps going down. It could be Rick's out on vacation. Who knows? I'm going to leave it for right now because of the way my account is, but you can do it however you want. I'm to the point where anybody I have, unless of course it's you guys, that has a stock price of less than 100 per share, if they go down at all, I dump them. And that's again, it goes back to your strategy. What are you trying to accomplish with Empire Avenue? I use it mainly for social signals. Do I network with people? Absolutely. But I, probably like most of you guys, don't have the time to network with 95,000 people either. So April here, I clicked on hers. She's at 160. She's gone down 1 for the day. Her dividends per share, sorry April, I don't know you personally, but your average dividends per share really sucks for your share price. So I'm going to sell her. Click on sell, slider bar, that 30,000 roughly goes into my bank. I may look through here a little bit more. Let's see if Dr. Frank here, he's at 1.75 per share. I'm keeping him. Okay. Janina, I own 1,200 in her. She's at 151 per share. She's gone down a little bit. My opinion, her dividends per share sucks. You should be, I would say if your share price is 100, you should be getting 0.5 per share. If it's 200, most of your people will be in the 1.0, somewhere in that range per share. So let's sell Janina. I made some money in her. Oh, by the way, before I sell that, I think you can see how much I've made in her here somewhere. Yep. She's worth 182,000 in my portfolio, and I have made 102,000 off of her from when I bought her 3 months ago. So I'm going to take my profits out in her. And I no longer own Janina. So that's basically with that part. You can see the Empire Avenue leader badge again here. So that is, I'll get you a link to the leader badge once I can confirm that email if anybody's wanting to do it. When I click here with this leader badge, you can see, hope I got Paul asking me for a link to the replay. If somebody wants to tell Paul it's not done yet, but we'll get him a link. When I click on her, she's providing me 0.41, which really kind of sucks. And if she didn't have a leader badge, I'd probably sell her. But I'm actually getting double that. I'm getting 0.82 just because she is part of the leader program. I'm going to go back to my dashboard here. So it'll be portfolio, then dashboard. And you can see some of my information. So you can see my top 5 network scores. This takes it off of, I believe, the last 30 days is kind of contributes these. If you don't use some of these, like I used to use Instagram a lot, and I don't use it much anymore, my score dropped. Over here on the right-hand side, here's my net wealth. So this is going to be my portfolio value plus what I have in the bank. My portfolio value is $387 million. I got today 1,675,000 EVEs in dividends, and then you can see, 3 people sold 370 shares. 17 people bought shares in me. I mean, if you want to track some of that information, you can. There's another little trick on here. Let me go back to portfolio. There is a leaders tab. Now your leaders tab here, you can see some different things. So this will show, if you want to see on Empire Avenue, who's providing the highest dividends. Stephen Crone, as we saw, you can compare this from people to business. You can do it all over the world. You can select a country. There's even some places where you can select, different networks. Let's take a look at Michael Q. Todd, because Michael's, I know him. He does a lot of social media. I mean, look at his scores here. That's just beyond ridiculous. But let's go to his Google Plus page. All right, Michael, come on, load up. Let's try clicking here again. Here we go. Okay, so Michael has 74,000 followers on Google Plus and 43 million views to his profile. So wouldn't it be nice to have Michael plus wanting some of your stuff? or sharing some of your stuff or commenting on some of your stuff, I would consider that pretty valuable myself. I'm going to go through how to create a mission, even though we're not to that step, because you guys are going to be new with it. Basically, you're going to have a dashboard here for your missions. The current missions would be everybody else. Currently, I have 5 missions going. When you start out, I think you have to get to 35. Your share price has to be at 35 before you can even run a mission. But at that point, I think you can run 1, if I remember right. So I did 1 here today. Visit my scheduled Hangout event page about Empire Avenue tips, which you guys are watching right now. And 23 people actually did complete that mission. I did a scaled mission where I paid them between 20,000 and 40,000 EVs each. I'm going to go ahead and archive that one right now, and then we'll go back and look at it because we really don't need people to go to it now. It's already started. Okay, so it's archived. If I wanted to, I could turn around and rerun it, or I could clone it. The difference between both of these, when you rerun a mission, that means anybody that has completed the mission, these 23 people, cannot complete it again. If you clone it, they could go through and do it again. Now I'm going to show you the details of this mission, and then we're going to go through and complete one. So right here, you're going to get a quality score. Your quality score is based off the information you use. If I tell somebody, hey, go like 5 posts on my Facebook page, I'm probably going to get a C for my score because I'm basically telling somebody exactly, hey, you need to do this. I can hint at it in other ways. So I say visit my scheduled Hangout page about this. So that's all I'm asking people to do is visit the page. Now, when you get down here, I will ask for other things, and I'll show you that in another one. But this one just says, quick, simple mission, visit the page. If they do something, great. And people have commented on it down here, as you can see, and after they've done the mission. They will get anywhere between 20,000 and 40,000, depending upon what their network score is on Empire Avenue. The higher network score they have Empire Avenue, the closer they'll get to this 40,000. I put a budget in here, and so the reward range was 20 to 40,000. Anybody can do it, and I'm spending $2 million to do it. You can see details and stats on who actually completed your missions. There's a paid version for premium if you want to do it. I personally don't. But 19 people completed. You can see during time of the day they did it. Here's the most recent people that did it. I could turn around and invest in them. That's kind of a good thing to do once in a while. Hey, they did your mission. Turn around and buy a few shares in them. Here's my campaign cost. Now here's what I will tell you. If somebody does a mission and they're getting paid 20,000 in-game credits, you can basically double that is how much it cost you to have them do the mission. So it's a fee is what Empire Avenue calls it, a commission fee for running your missions. Now you don't have to do 20,000 to 40,000. Oops, didn't want that to pop up. You don't have to do 20,000 to 40,000 missions. I mean, you know, you can do cheap ones. And the reason I do that 20 to 40,000 is I wanted somebody to do it right away. So here's what I'm going to do. I just did a recent video. Video Maker FX is a product I was pushing. So I'm going to do visit a YouTube video. When you do visit a YouTube video, it is going to embed this in Empire Avenue. If you want them to go to your actual YouTube video on YouTube, you would have to send it to visit a web page URL. But for right now, I'm just going to go visit a YouTube video. And I'm going to say visit. Actually, I'm just going to say watch. Let's see if I can get a decent score with it. Watch my video on video. Oops, not video. Video Maker FX. And I'm just going to leave it at that for right now. Now down here, I may say quick and simple mission to watch my Video Maker FX video. Any likes, shares, comments, and favorites, or you can say subscribers, or, whatever you want to put in there. Favorites are very much appreciated. And then put a little smiley face or something. People will read it. Okay, so now I need to get a URL. Let's go to my YouTube. And let's find a video here. Sorry it's a little slow. I'm just going to copy link location, go back to Empire Avenue. I'm going to paste it here. I'm also going to paste it in my description. I need to select the reward type. I'm going to do scaled. How much do I want to spend on it? I'll spend 1,000,000 EVEs. Like I told you, once you get up to where you're getting 1,000,000 EVEs in a day, you'll get a ton of things. So now I need to choose my amount. I'm just going to say 5,000, and it automatically moves it to max reward 10. I can move it up higher if I want. That's fine. So this is going to give you an idea. They can expect that it's going to take me 3 hours to get 20 completions with this one. I can have just my shareholders if I want. I can have people that are not shareholders. I can put member of a community, which I've created some communities. Once you guys get in there, I'll invite you to them. I can say from a country. If you do the Empire Leader package, you will be able to promote missions, and so they will be at the top when you do them. We're not going to do that. I can schedule them, which I got 20 schedules from it. Now, who do I want to do this? I want people that have high YouTube scores. So actually, I'm going to go back and increase this just a little bit. I'm going to do the scaled 5,000 to 20,000. So if they have a high YouTube score, which means they've got a lot of followers on YouTube, then I want them to get the maximum amount. Those are the people I want doing it. And what interest is this? I'm just going to go down here and I'm going to choose SEO. You can choose whatever you want as an interest. You can send out a shareholder email if you want. That costs EVEs also, though. And I'm going to click Save and Continue. Okay, so I got an A for it. I made it pretty simple. Now, the one thing you want to do before you click Start the Mission is you want to make sure that your link is working. Now, I did it internally, so as you can see, they have to watch this video inside here. If they don't watch it, they don't get the EVEs. So then I just click Start Mission, and it goes. So that's how you do an actual mission, and you can track them here. I've got a couple going for Daryl that I did for him. So he's got, let's see, I believe these were watching videos, and one of them maybe, one's tweeting. So he got 39 tweets and 38 views on one video, 32 on another, for people just completing the missions, just things that I set up for him. That's kind of it on that side of it. Let me look down here, and this is the first Hangout I've done like this, so I need to see if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in here. I'm going to go back here to, I think I could see questions somewhere in the live control room. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let's see if there's any. I'm not seeing anybody say anything in here, but I'm going to click on it again and see if. Daryl, yes, is recording. Doesn't seem like there's any questions on there, but I mean, most of you can go and you can find me on Skype. You can search my name, which basically pretty easy. Or you can go and Media Advantages, there's name. Or you can search Media Advantages and see there. And I'll help you out, help you get forward. There are some people, like I said, there's some links in the description here that you will see. I've included a link to sign up, and I just put it on. I want to get Daryl's, but he didn't get back to me in time. Sorry, Daryl. I'll try to get you some more. But this will add. It's a referral. It doesn't cost you anything. All it does is give extra in-game Eves to Tony because you went through his link to sign up. Empire Avenue, or sorry, Avenue IO. That's the buying tool that I showed you. There's a link there. IFTTT. I would suggest using Fiverr. Have an IFTTT created for you. They'll create your social media accounts, all of them, and then we can go through and I can help you set up your actual recipes. Also below that, you're going to see those are the 3 products I was talking about: Easy Sketch Pro and Video Maker FX. Those are affiliate links. If you do whiteboard videos, feel free to go for that. Video Maker FX. That's the one I personally use, and I love it. I'd be happy to show you some examples of it. And then Hangout Traffic Commandos and SEO software that a few of us in our Skype group are really starting to use. I know some of you want to talk about Hangout Traffic Commando. Let me get off this, and we'll see how many in the Skype group really want to. If you're watching this and you're not in our Skype group, which is PowerSlam 3, Sandy runs PowerSlam 3, does a great job. She's got a great product also. And most of us, that's how we learned our video SEO. Cliff started that, and it's become a great community. We help each other, and I wouldn't be where I am today without that. So I'm going to stop it from there. Again, if you have any questions, just contact me, and we'll kind of move forward. Thanks, guys, and I appreciate you coming.